Good evening, Ananda. We welcome you all. Good evening, Ananda. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2026, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 and Viksit Bharat 2047. As part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our session, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations and celebrations. With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's sessions and commemorations. Today is commemorated as International Day of Innocent Children, victims of aggression on 4th June every year. Children are under attack every day. Children living in wars across the globe are facing unspeaking and unspeakable horrors. They are not safe sleeping in their homes or playing outside, learning in school or seeking medical care at hospitals. From killing and maiming, abduction and sexual violence to attacks on education and health facilities, and the denial of humanitarian assistance that they desperately need. Children are being caught in the crosshairs of warning parties of a staggering scale. Children at the center of conflict, the United Nations Secretary General's annual report on children and armed conflict reveals the violence against children in armed conflict reached unprecedented levels in 2024, with a 25% increase in grave violation compared with previous year. The United Nations verified 41,370 grave violations against children, affecting 22,495 children worldwide. The highest number of grave violations were verified in Israel and the occupied Palestinian territory, 8,554, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, 4,043, and Somalia, 2,568, and Nigeria, 2,436, and Haiti, 2,260. So killing and maiming remained the most prevalent grave violation, affecting 11,967 children. Most casualties resulted from explosive ordnance, including explosive remnants of war, mines, and impressive explosive devices, as well as crossfire and the use of explosive weapons in populated areas. So thousands of children were recruited and were used by the armed forces and armed groups, often in combat or support roles. The sharp rise in cases involving recruitment, abduction, and other overlapping violations highlight the growing risk faced by children in conflict settings. So the United Nations verified a significant rise in conflict with related sexual violence against children, including a dramatic increase in gang rape. Girls were disproportionately affected, while boys were also subject to sexual violence. The violation remains severely underreported because of stigma, fear of reprisals, lack of services, and concerns for their survivors' safety. Denial of humanitarian access reached alarming levels in 2024. Parties of conflict attacked and conveyed convoys, and humanitarian personnel imposed movement restrictions, interfered with relief operations, and created administrative barriers, leaving children without access to healthcare, education, protection, and other essential services. It is also commemorated as Philippine Eagle Week from June 4th to 10th every year. It's a week dedicated to celebrating one of the special creatures in the world, the Philippine eagle. The Philippine eagle is also known as monkey-eating eagle, and it is critically endangered species. It can be found in the forest in the Philippines. It has brown and white colored plumage, a shaggy crest, measures about 2.82 to 2.35 feet in length and weighs about 8.98 to 17.6 pounds. As this species is rare and endangered, it is important to set measures to preserve them and educate the public about them so we have more generations of these special birds. Today is also commemorated as International Corgi Day on June 4th. Every year, the Corgi is a dog breed with short legs, a long body, and a huge heart. These dogs' roots can be traced to Wales, where they were bred to herd larger animals. The combination of their short height and agility made them top contenders for herding animals. Corgis are also known as dwarf dog. The main aim of International Corgi Day is to bring love and attention to this lovable dog breed. A focus is also put on rescuing and rehoming corgis that have been abandoned by their owners. It is also commemorated as National Cheese Day on June 4th in US, not to be confused with other popular cheeses related days like Grilled Cheese Day, Cheesecake Day, or Mac or Cheese Day. This day is reverence of the Queen to all dairy, the big cheese. The most popular cheese of all is obviously mozzarella. The delicious and pizza topping cheese was first created near Naples from the rich milk of water buffaloes. At that time, it rarely left its home near Naples as it was made from pasteurized milk, and lack of refrigeration means it had a very short shelf life. As both cheese technology and refrigeration systems advanced, the delicious cheese left the southern region of Italy and found itself around the world. It is also commemorated as National Hug Your Cat Day on June 4th. Ancient Egyptians worshipped, revered, and spoiled their cats. They were seen as symbols of grace and poise, traits cats are still associated with today. There's a lot of cat hugging going on all the time, but make an extra special attempt during National Hug Your Cat Day on June 4th. Scoop your regal cat right off the ground and snuggle the heck off it until it feels the love. Sounds like a pleasant activity we all can get behind. It is also commemorated as National Old Maids Day on June 4th in US. Sheds light on the single and childless women over the usual age for marriage. Initially, the old maid was considered derogatory as it was used to mock women who were neither married nor had a child. In the old days, people had strict views of the roles of women should fulfill in order to shape society and future generations. It is because of such societal expectations that single and childless women faced difficult times. However, as time progressed and situations started changing, the term old maid gained a much more positive meaning. Today, the day is celebrated in the honor of women who chose to focus on themselves as individuals. Today is also commemorated as National Safe Day on June 4th in US. Is a reminder to keep our loved ones safe and sound all the time. 1 in 3 households in America owns a firearm. The question that arises here is how many of these households make sure that their firearms are stashed away safely and out of reach of children. Sadly, the resulting child injuries and deaths owing to unsafe firearm placement show that many of these households do not take firearm safety into serious consideration. Every year on June 4th, a safety campaign is held not only to raise awareness about firearm safety, but also to remember the many children who met fatal ends due to unsafe firearm storage. There is also commemorated as National Moonshine Day on June 4th in US, once a fairy and illegal homemade liquor. With this today, we shall end today's commemorations and celebrations. We thank everyone for joining us in today's commemorations and celebrations. See you all tomorrow at the same time, the same joining. Take care. Good night.